Okay, we just got done doing the first buff coat. Now, mind you, I didn't paint this car. Am I right, Charlie?
That's right.
So, you know, this is a situation where, you know, there's really no warranties or guarantees on anything. But that ain't what this is all about. I'm actually trying to help the guy out, see? What I'm doing is I went over... I got to buffing the deck lid here. We got over here to this piece here. And right when I touched this piece, this corner section with the buffer, it burned right through the paint, okay? Now, I was very careful when I buffed this one by hand. Now, when you can buff a piece by hand and it actually polishes out, that's telling you that there's only one coat of clear on that.
That ain't good, is it? No,
that's not. Okay. Because what we got here, we got a lot of scratches. This looks like solid Bondo almost. Or there was a lot of Bondo in this section. And I didn't even buff that right there. I didn't even touch it, and I saw that, so I didn't do nothing with it. And that looks like a chip or a scratch to me. Or the paint's peeling off. So we'll leave that alone. But, you know, that's what happens when you have your car at several different shops, okay? This isn't my fault. Is it my fucking fault? Did I fuck his car up? No, I didn't fuck his car up. Okay? Can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know one thing, we've been busting our ass on this car for the last 2 fucking days.
Yeah.
For a measly fucking pay that we're getting for it. Half price of what I usually charge. Because I felt sorry for the guy. Nice guy that he is. So, what I gotta do next, okay, is I got to get all this wax off, see? You can see what I'm doing here. Walk with me, Charlie. I'm getting all the rubbing compound wax off, and then I'll let that dry. I'll dry it off with a couple white balls, get all of it off, and then I'll do my final buff with my foam pad. And, looking really nice, I like it, bud. Even besides the few, now, let me show you something else here, okay? If y'all remember, I went ahead and blended this in right here, okay? Well, we came over here when I was buffing. Came over to this edge. And I don't even know, maybe I'm just seeing things, but it's looking pretty thin right in this area here. So, you know, that's telling me that whoever painted this car did a shitty fucking job and wasn't even paying attention.
No.
I mean, you can tell just by looking at it how dry it is in here. He ain't even got the window on. Why couldn't he have took his spray gun and went down like this? You see what I'm saying? And got every little crack and crevice. Okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay? Why couldn't the guy taken his time and done it right? I'm gonna tell you why. Because he did a side job at his real job on it. And probably got $150, $200 to do it and didn't give a fuck. And that guy's going home tonight sleeping real good at fucking night. So what I gotta do now is dry that off. I went over it with my wool pad right here. That took approximately 2 hours on my buffing compound. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over it with my foam pad and foam polishing pad glaze. Now, even though this guy's paying me a half price to do a job like this, I'm still doing a full price job, okay? I'm not fucking doing a half-ass job. Does that make sense? Okay? Because I don't do that kind of shit, all right? I could actually clean this off, we can wash it off, okay, and go over it with this shit right here, look, okay? If I wanted to half-ass it, go over it with this stuff, all right, and be done with it. That's it. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give him the full buff job. I'm gonna go over the whole car, and it's gonna be done. I'm filthy fucking dirty. I hate fucking buffing. I fucking hate it. Okay, Charlie? But the job will be done. Let me get this buffed out. let me get it done. I gotta wipe it down with some white balls, which I fucking see. What we gotta do before we buff, we gotta get all this, see there? Look at that. All that water has got to go. See what I'm doing here, Charlie? Okay. Because what happens when you use the foam pad, okay, is the pad will get water in it and it won't be no good for us. We'll go ahead and go over it with the foam pad. We'll get it washed. We'll check it out. Call the owner up. I'm sure he's gonna have, you know, some kind of little fucking attitude going. There's nothing I can do. Maybe I'm talking into it. Maybe he won't have an attitude. Okay? I mean, you know, I did explain the situation to him thoroughly, didn't I not, Charlie?
Yeah.
And see, this is the kind of shit that you go through, okay? When you own your own fucking business, this is the kind of shit you go through when you take a challenge on somebody else's fuck up. Okay, because when you do, once you take this type of job in, okay, and you say, okay, well, I'll fix it, 75% of people forget about the other guy because you're the last guy that worked on it. Okay, so it's your fault, not the other guy. Okay, it didn't look like that when I brought it to you. You see what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't doing that when I brought it to you. Well, when it left your shop, it started doing this. Okay. Did I paint the car, Charlie? Did I fucking paint it?
No.
Okay, all I did is buff it. Okay. But you know what? It's gonna be a surprise. I think the situation's gonna arise where the owner might get a little testy with me. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying, Charlie? But I don't know. I don't know. With all the luck we've had in the last 3-4 months over here, who fucking knows what's gonna happen, dude? We had the Corvette fuck up on it. We had the fucking Mercedes-Benz sticking in our fucking ass, you know? Several other fucking jobs that came in and out of the shop that we didn't even film turned out to be a fucking nightmare, okay? It's like, you know, you can't even fucking work anymore and have your own business, dude. Because everybody is out to fuck everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't even own your own little business anymore, your own small business, because there's no trust there anymore. It's fucking gone, bud. It's a dog-eat-dog world. People are out to fuck you in the ass, okay? And stick it in you as far as they can, and get as much free shit as possible. Ha 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 ha!